The weekly update in Red Dead Online will grant players the opportunity to earn some free items and rewards, plus some great discounts if you're looking to make some purchases here in Red Dead this week, and we'll be going over everything you need to know. So welcome back to my weekly buyer's guide, where we review all of the most important discounts and all the free items so you know where to spend your money this week. No more worrying about buyer's remorse, because this video has you covered. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on this video. And if you want to stay up to date and in the loop with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your notifications turned on. So you guys already know the deal. We need to discuss the free weekly items first. We all love free stuff, right? For Valentine's Day and to celebrate love in the air, all gunslingers who jump in to play Red Dead this week will receive 5 chocolate bars, 5 fine brandies, and a gold-jointed bracelet. And collectors who go out of their way to complete the Lovers Collection, which is the weekly collection this week, they will receive an American Wildflower map and 3 chocolate daisies for their efforts and determination. On the other hand, naturalists who've read the Vitalism Studies pamphlets and stockpiled enough Harrietum officinalis to transform into a wild buck or rabbit over the course of the next week will receive a reward good for a free coat of your choice. And of course, fast travel is free this entire week too, which really makes for some easy grinding here, especially because you can just fast travel for free from any fast travel post, camp, or even wilderness camp, and it will incredibly speed up your grinding process if that's what you're into, and you can get more done with absolutely zero additional cost to teleport around. Now let's jump into the meaty discount this week, which is the discount on shotguns. 40% off any shotgun to be exact. Truth be told, I think you'll be happy with any shotgun purchase you make. They're really good in their own respects, and if you haven't necessarily collected them all, this is a good time to pick up the slack on the shotgun you don't actually own yet. 40% off is a pretty steep discount, making even the most expensive shotguns pretty affordable, and more affordable than they'll probably ever be. Now, starting off, my 2 favorites just as like an overall review here, and the ones I use most and the ones that are most enjoyable for me personally as a player to fire, are the pump action shotgun and the double barrel shotgun. Typically, in both, I run shells instead of using slugs. I'm just that kind of player. I also use painted black so I can give my weapons a bloomless shot and be as accurate as possible, which is also a reason I use shells, because slugs kind of slow down my aim when I'm not using Deadeye, because I need to wait for that bloom circle to close in for me to fire, leaving me open to taking damage, and also weapon or screen sway that can cause me to also miss my shots. Overall, shells to me are just more reliable, but I know there's tons of players who only run slugs, and it's really just all about your playstyle and your preference. The pump action shotgun is great in free roam and any PvE situation because of its 5 rounds before you need to reload, allowing you to clear out groups of enemies at once, especially when they're so tightly clustered together. It has great range and damage at range specifically, so don't worry about if you're not super close up. You can still be at quite the distance and still drop enemies, and I'd say the pump action shotgun is the go-to choice overall here out of all the shotguns. But with that being said, don't sleep on the double barrel either. Using the double barrel shotgun is definitely recommended if you're a player who's interested in any type of PvP, whether it's in the free roam against other players or in showdowns. The double barrel is just a freight train against enemies. When Deadeye cards were changed in February of 2019 to where only painted black canceled bloom, the double barrel painted black combo instantly became one of the metas, and it's honestly one of my absolute favorites, and it still is kind of meta. I don't think it'll ever change in that regard, but without painted black, you'll want to be kind of up and close, considering there is a high chance you'll miss a shot even with shells because of how tight the pellet spread actually is. But honestly, if you're not a painted black player, go with a different weapon instead. I just want to make sure you're prepared for how you should actually play with these guns for the best results. And even in free roam, this thing is still a machine, but the problem is you only have 2 shots before you have to reload. And the reload is quick enough for most situations, but if you're looking to take down a legendary bounty, you're just going to want more than 2 shots before reloading just in case. There's no worse feeling than being near death during a bounty and needing an extra bullet to fire and not actually having it, so you die and possibly fail the mission. So those are my top 2 choices, but the semi-auto shotgun and the repeating shotguns are also fantastic in this game as well. Personally, I would say the semi-auto shotgun should be used against legendary animals, especially with damage cards like Winning Streak, Peak Condition, and the short game, because it has such a fast fire rate and high damage. And also, while you use the repeating shotgun for actual NPC enemy encounters, of course you don't have to, but those are just my thoughts. The semi-auto against enemies just doesn't seem to get the job done for me. I get lots of hit markers with the semi-auto when a pump action or repeating shotgun or even the double barrel will easily get the kill at that range and in that situation. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is that just a little bit of inconsistency with the semi-auto on his damage range and bloom accuracy. But like I said, for legendary animals where there's really no consequence for what weapon you use beside explosive and fire-related weapons and ammunition, the semi-auto really shines in those situations. There's also 40% off the improved bow this week, and despite the game saying the improved bow is in fact improved, I think that's pretty false. Ever since the naturalist role released and this bow was introduced into the game, PvP Cat, Silent Core, and myself have all done tests, and it's clear that this bow is not really better than the original. You can actually have a higher stamina drain when this arrow is knocked with the improved bow, and the range appears to be slightly less than the original bow as well. The only difference, of course, is painted black lock-on range with the improved bow being slightly better overall, but is that really worth the price? Honestly, for me, no, it's not. So when it comes down to the question of if this bow is worth buying, if you're a newer player or a longtime player who just hasn't made this purchase, unless you're sick of the normal bow and you really want 3 cool looking variants to play around with on your new and improved bow, then no, I would not recommend this purchase. It's cool for cosmetics, but not necessarily for utility. Then we have 30% off the Tonics at Harriet's shop. So these are really interesting, and I find these absolutely pointless, except if you're okay with trading some cash that you have in exchange for some of these tonics to get some naturalist role daily challenges done. Some of these include consuming 2 blending tonics, which you can chug back to back for free gold, or consume the 2 hardy tonics challenge, in which you either need to be too hot or too cold for the challenge to count as completed. The tonics themselves are not necessarily super useful, and I'm sure some players use them, but I myself just either charge the animal down on horse or foot and kill them right away, or you can sedate and photograph from a distance without the need for tonics. And then when discussing weight gain or weight loss tonics, I seriously don't think they're worth it, as it doesn't take too long to actually change weight. All you need to do is eat a ton of food and fast travel or change lobbies to gain weight, and just don't eat and you'll eventually start losing weight. The other discounts we have are 50% off the Barbers and Saint Denis, Blackwater, and Valentine. Again, it's all kind of cosmetic stuff. Nothing really to review right there. And then 25% off the prestigious bounty hunter weapon variants. The Lamat is one of the most expensive ones in the game, and since it's just cosmetic, nope, it's not worth it unless you really love the style and have lots of gold to blow on it. But I think with all of that said, we're gonna wrap the video up right there. I hope you guys enjoyed today's buyer's guide, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel, want to stay up to date with the best Red Dead Online and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on there. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.